Y'all niggas, man. Of course y'all would be here. Of course y'all would be negative 3 pi over 8. Not exactly sure what to do next. Had to have done something wrong. They just did it off rip. So these cancel out. Alright, got our first point. Negative pi is... zero. How's it not showing in regards to pi?
해피 발렌타인데이.
Don't get it. What? What's the absolute value? Minus 2.6. graph it. Can't fucking graph it.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So what I like to do is show you how to graph f of x equals sine of x plus pi over 6 plus 1. And to go ahead and do this, the first thing we need to do is kind of understand what exactly are equal to 0. Whatever's inside your parentheses, set equal to 0. And your vertical transformation is d. Did I say that all fast enough? Sorry, I've just made a couple of these videos, so it's the same thing over and over and over again. So I kind of go a little quick. All right, so we can look in this equation. So now we're going to be looking up here and seeing what do we have and how is it going to affect our graph. So our amplitude is our a. Well, we don't have an a. Well, technically we do. It's a 1. So the absolute value of 1 is just 1. Our period is going to be 2 pi divided by b, which in this case again is 1. So 2 pi divided by 1 is just 2 pi. Our x scale is our period divided by 4. So I take 2 pi divided by 4, which equals pi halves. And so far, this is all the same, right, as our parent graph. However, now we're getting something a little bit different with our phase shift, which is
Wait a minute. Okay. So, x scale as Brian puts it is p over 4, not pi over 4, period over 4. Got it. So in my case, my period was, I think, pi over 2, which over 4 would have been pi over 2, probably, still. Ugh. Okay.
x plus pi over 6 equals 0. So to solve for x,
let's have phase shift as bx minus c.
I need to subtract pi over 6, subtract pi over 6, x equals a negative pi over 6. And
Let's see, my formula was a c over b. C over b. Yeah, still
my vertical translation is equal to 1. That means I'm going to actually take the whole graph and shift it up 1. Now, all right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to graph each one of these translation actually separately to kind of combine them all together. So I'm going to do one at a time. Now the first thing we want to do is make sure we understand what, actually never mind. Nah, never mind. I'm actually gonna start it correctly because I don't want to mess up this phase shift. This is gonna be not so fun. So what I typically like to do when we graph the sine graph, we always kind of start at 0, right? That's what we call the initial period. But when we have a phase shift, I want to start at my phase shift. So let's pretend here's 0. Okay? And let's start at negative pi over 6. Now, 0 usually was our starting point, but now negative pi over 6 is going to be. But remember, for our period, there are 4 x scales. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we just need to determine what is what are each one of those. Now we know the distance between each one of those is pi halves, right? That's pi halves. That's pi halves. The distance of this one is pi halves. These two are pi halves. So the distance between each one of these is all pi halves. We just now need to be able to figure out what exactly the value. So to do that, just take negative pi over 6 plus pi halves. Well, to get that, I need to get common denominators. I'm just doing a little fraction work. And I'll show you how this is going to help me out as well. So therefore, I have negative pi over 6 plus 3 pi over 6, which equals 2 pi over 6, which equals 1/3. So this is pi over 3. Now I just do that again. Pi over 3 plus pi halves.
God damn, really gotta do all that?
Well, let's do 2 pi over 6. 2 pi over 6 plus pi halves. Again, multiply by 3 over 3. And therefore you get 5 pi over 6. So then this would be 5 pi over 6. The next one is going to be 3, and then we do one more, 23 pi over 6. Follow the pattern. This is 2 pi over 6, 5 pi over 6, 8 pi over 6, and this one would be 11 pi over 6. And then let's do 2 periods. So the next one is going to be 14 pi over 6, 17 pi over 6, 20 pi over 6. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then we do one more, 23 pi over 6. Now obviously some of these we can reduce, right? This can reduce down to 4/3, 4 pi over 3. This can be reduced down to 7/3. This can be reduced down to 10/3. Okay. So you can go ahead and reduce those. So now you have your x scale, which I said that's why I didn't want to graph the parent function in there because I knew it was going to be a little difficult. Not real difficult, it's just going to kind of be a little confusing if we have the regular x scale in there. So now we have our x scale and we have our period. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the period of that's the first initial period, and that's my second period. And usually we want to do at least complete 2 periods for our graph. All right, so the last thing is we know our amplitude goes up 1 and down 1, right? So even though we're still starting, remember its sine always starts at the x-intercept and goes up to 1 for our grid. So scale in there. So now we have our x scale and we have our period. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the period of that's the first initial period, and that's my second period. And usually we want to do at least complete 2 periods for our graph. All right, so the last thing is
where does this 4 come from?
Of my first, that's our x scale and we have our period. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the period of that's the first initial period, and that's my second period. And usually we want to do at least complete 2 periods for our graph. All right, so the last thing is we know our amplitude goes up 1 and down 1, right? So even though we're still starting, remember its sine always starts at the x-intercept and goes up to its maximum. So the maximum is 1 to -1. But now what I'm doing, so yeah, usually I'd go up 1 to its max, to its intercept, to its minimum, back up. Again, right? That is me satisfying. Wait, why did I go? Oh, what am I doing? That's the next part, right? Up here, down to its intercept, down to its minimum, back up. My apologies. I got confused with that x-intercept, and it happens to a lot of students as well, so be careful. But now what I'm simply confused with, that is me satisfying. Wait, I go to -1. But now what I'm doing, so yeah, usually I'd go up 1 to its max, to its intercept, to its minimum, back up again, right? That is me satisfying. Wait, why did I go? Oh, what am I doing? That's the next part, right?
Two pi over pi. Just 2. C over d. -6 over pi. Now comes parts I don't understand. How do I even start? Phase shift. Where's my phase shift? -6 over pi. It's somewhere around there. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't. Blah blah blah. I don't know this. Pi. Ooh. -6. P is 4. Still 4. Where's the period? 2, I think. There. -6 over pi. bunch of 4. Six over pi units to the left. Finally shift the graph 4 units down. So phase shift, -6 over pi. Gotta be... no. Ah. That's the problem, my graphs don't look like that. Alright. 2 pi over pi is 2, blah 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 blah. Phase shift C over B, 2 over pi, -2 over pi. Whoops. Like anytime I try to graph it though, it just... puts the actual values there. What was my phase shift? -2 over pi. Let's see, start with vertical stretch of 2, I think. Yes. Period. Oh shit, I was looking. 2 as well. 2, 2. Vertical shift down 4 units. Let's let it fly. Just don't know where to begin. Where to, you know. Yeah. For it to have went down 4 units. Oh, down 2 units. Okay. I was still looking at the wrong problem. Okay. What's up, 2 viewers? Just struggling graphing sine functions, you know? You know how that goes? Period is what? 2 pi over b. So 2 pi over pi, which is just 2. Phase shift C over b. -5 over pi. Okay, let's try again. Is that how you do it? Maybe. What is my phase shift? -5 over pi? Or would I even, you know? It's like roughly somewhere around here-ish. If I could just put in my x-coordinate, like, everything would be fine. that first coordinate every time that don't get it. Two pi over pi is 3 over pi. Oh, cosine's about to be way worse. Yeah. Let me not even. Let me not even. Chat, unfortunately, this is it. I am stuck. I cannot graph sine function. I cannot graph cosine function. So, take a break.